Hello everyone, thank you for joining me once again. My name is Nick on the ZXspectrum 48K, although this game has been designed for the 16K because it's way back in 1983. It's Ghost's Revenge, written by Dominic Wood and published by Micromania, as I say, in 1983. Now Micromania also done a game called Cosmic Kanga, which we reviewed in the past, but you know, it's another one of those Pac-Man clones, the arcade game from Namco in 1980. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. This is quite an early one, 1983. Atari did the official conversion in 1984. Pac-Man looks a bit big here. Interesting music. We've got a blue maze. Hopefully that changes as we go through. Looks like we've got 4 ghosts there. Blue, red, magenta and green. So let's just see if I can clear the screen. It's moving okay, although Pac-Man seems a little bit big, and on first sight, I do prefer the Atari soft one, but you know, you've got to be a little bit different. You can't just completely copy. It does have a character. You've got a warp gate as well from one side of the screen to another. That's okay. Now, this game has got different starting points. If you do level 1 to... concentrate, Nick. If you do level 1 to 3, it's the normal mazes. I don't know if it changed colour. Hopefully we'll find out. 4 to 6, you've got the mazes go invisible after a short time, making it a little bit more tricky. 7 to 9, the mazes are invisible straight away. And 10, they're invisible mazes, but also at double speed. So it's Ghost's Revenge. They're getting their revenge here for sure. My favourite Pac-Man game, I think you know already if you watch this channel for any distance of time, is PACMAN, particularly on the Amiga, but the ZXspectrum has a good effort at it as well, where Pac-Man's all in 3D and he can jump. Right, I've done one stage. Hooray! The power pills are flashing like a big rose thing. That's quite cool. Lives in the top right-hand side. If you had this one back in the day, let me know, but there's absolutely loads and loads. We've covered lots from Haunted Hedges and Muncher Man, Gulp Man. There's loads and loads and loads and loads of the things. Dominic Wood, well done him. Now, I think the game cost £5.95 back in 1983. That's quite a lot of money, but I suppose there was less stuff to compare it with back in the day. Atari Soft is a little bit better, 1984. They did Mus Pac-Man also, but it's a good early game. I've had it back in the day as a kid. I would have played it a bit because, well, you know, it's Pac-Man, and it didn't matter what version of Pac-Man you were playing back then. But as far as you're concerned as a kid, it was Pac-Man. The ghosts don't say in their cyan eatable mode very long with the pills here. That's only one thing. I don't think I'm going to get very far here, am I? Look at that. As soon as I said that, it's game over, man. Put your favourite version of Pac-Man in the comment section below. It's quite possible I've already reviewed it because we've reviewed a lot of them, but also it's possible that I might not have done because there's hundreds and hundreds and even thousands of ZXspectrum games. Right, come on, Nick. It's just in Mus Pac-Man, at least, after each 2 stages, the mazes change colour to make it look like you're getting somewhere. This, I'm suspecting, might be the same maze every single time. So there's not really much to do beyond this. So as soon as you've seen screen 1, you've seen everything, apart from the invisible mazes. Is it possible to see an invisible maze? I do not know. Maybe you've got special glasses. Now, if you're into your ZXspectrum stuff and you're new to the channel, if you've been here a while, we've reviewed quite a lot of ZXspectrum games, hundreds in fact. So click on my username, click on the playlist, click on ZXspectrum or any other system that you quite like the look of. There's Commodore Amiga, Mega Drive, there's loads of stuff, Commodore 64 and some PlayStation stuff even. I've had enough of this music. I could do without this music every time. It's a little bit too long. It's starting to grate on my old brain now. 3 dots left. 1, 2, 3. Right, we're off. Good. Yeah, this music is going to get old very, very quickly. It's doing my brain stemming. What was you doing in 1983? I was... Let's try and work this out now. I was probably 9 years old, but I didn't know anything about this game. I would have played it a lot if I did have it. Wacka, 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 wacka. There was the Pac-Man cartoon back in the day. That was quite good. Yeah, Micromania did Cosmic Kanga. I think we've reviewed another game by them as well, but I can't immediately remember what it is. Cosmic Kanga is a very, very, very weird game. As I said before, this was designed for the 16K Spectrum back in the day, but we're playing it on 48K, but the experience would have been exactly the same. Now, Pac-Man can't afford to get any fatter here or he'll get stuck. That's just a flight of fancy. He doesn't get stuck in the game here whatsoever. It's a sort of game where I think if I was locked in a room long enough, I think I might be able to create something quite similar. I'd work it out eventually, I'm sure. Through the warp gate we go, that's nice. Pac-Man is flashing ever so slightly as we move across. It's not super smooth play, but what do you expect from 1983? Come on, come off it, big nose. The ghosts are different colour as well. There's no colour clash, is there, when they go through stuff, so that's quite good. Check out the colour clash. No, they're not bumping into each other. I don't suppose it mattered too much if ghosts bump into each other anyway, would it? Because they just go through each other. I never found out what these ghosts were when they were alive. What are they ghosts of? Humans? Something? Hedgehogs? What are they? But they've got it in for Pac-Man, and for some reason they're deemed forever or cursed forever to guard a maze full of power pills and pellets against this yellow, obnoxious creature. Dear. Right, here we go. Come on, sir. I don't know how many Pac-Man games we reviewed on the channel. Lots and lots and lots. Not just Spectrum, there's Commodore Amiga, Mega Drive, Game Boy Advance. Pac-Man is popular. I mean, it's probably one of the most cloned games, along with Space Invaders, Galaxians, maybe Panic to a degree as well. Go, Pac-Man, go. I think we might have time. We might have time to do one of the invisible stages. Yeah. 3 lives left. I can't remember what stage I selected. Right, still saying 3 lives. Is that cause I can't remember if I put a poke on or not on this. I think I might have done. I did. Right, well done me. That's why I'm not dying. I put a poke on earlier on, before I loaded it actually. I didn't know if it had activated or not, but obviously it has. I just wanted to see what maze was coming up. It's the same one. Over and over and over again. Well, there might be a small difference. I haven't really been paying attention. There might be a small, little, itty bitty difference. Come on, Pac-Man. No, it's not Pac-Man, is it? It's Ghost Revenge. It's not Pac-Man, or else Namco will be after us. It's someone else. Who is this fella? It's not Pac-Man's brother. It's someone completely and utterly different in a completely and utterly different maze. So what can we say about this one? Well, I think we've said everything. It moves quite well. 4 ghosts moving in their own directions. It's not slowing down at all. For 1983, it's impressive. It's very similar to Pac-Man, but different enough as Pac-Man is bigger. The maze seems unique, although it's exactly the same all the time. There's no colour clash. The music is, well, the sounds are okay, apart from this bit that goes on over and over and over again. But I think there's a poke available to actually turn this off. You can't do it in the game, so yeah, you're stuck with the thing. Right, he's doomed again. I might have to stop and reload this if I've got infinite lives, or maybe just turn it off. But we will get to the invisible stuff at some point, I'm hoping. We won't be playing this for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. But, you know, the channel's not all about reviewing the spectacular super games, especially not in retro land. It's about reviewing as much as we possibly can. The bad, the similar, the fantastic, the awesome, the average, and the downright stinking. This sits sort of like upper middle, I suppose, only because of the era. It was released in 1988, it'll be lower, but there we go. So a bit of a reload, so I can show you some of the other levels there. I want to show you some of the invisible levels, then we'll get out of here, because we've pretty much seen all this game has to offer, really. It's Pac-Man, it's Pac-Man, it's Pac-Man. If you know anything about retro gaming or gaming in general, you know all about Pac-Man. Now, you can do it on the keyboard, you can do it on the joystick there. Top score is 0, as it says. Ghost Revenge. I wonder how long the author was sitting there thinking, what should I call this game? I can't call it Pac-Man, I have to call it something very similar. I'll call it, well, Ghost Revenge. Here we go again. It's an invisible maze, but it's lit up by those yellow pellets. So the more we eat, the less, well, the more in the dark we are. So try and remember the maze. It's like a memory game as well. Right. Come on, Nick. But it's the same sort of thing. So it's a bit of a challenge. I'm trying to think of other Pac-Man games where the maze goes invisible. I can't immediately think of any. This is the point where you then list loads in the comment section below, including ones I've already reviewed. Who's your favourite ghost? Blue, red, magenta or green? It doesn't say what the ghost's names are. The original one from Namco, they all had special names. Pinky, Dinky, I'm making these up now. Slinky, no, he wasn't one. He was a big spring that went down the stairs. But you know what I mean. And so, can we do this? Well, there wasn't a Ghost Revenge 2 or Miss Ghost Revenge there, but I think I've said it before on other Pac-Man clone games. I've always wanted a game where you actually control the ghosts rather than Pac-Man. So like 4 of your friends around after a night in the pub, you all control one of the ghosts. It's up to you to try and get Pac-Man. Can you imagine the horror when you're trying to escape him after he's eaten a power pill and laugh as your mates get eaten? Well, there we go. It's game over again. Well, let's do another level. So this one, it's sort of like the maze was there, then it disappeared completely. Well, it will do now, I think, if I press the right button. The other one, it was invisible straight away. I think we'll get some time now. So, watch out for it. I'm a bit disappointed that the maze is always blue, though. If you've done about 50 stages of this, no, you wouldn't have done, because it goes up. It goes stage 1 to 10. As I say, 1 to 3 normal mazes, 4 to 6 invisible for a short time, 7 to 9 invisible mazes, 10 invisible mazes, and double speed with the ghosts. The ghosts already seem about a little bit quicker than me anyway. I think it suffers a little bit when your ghost gets you in the corner. Other versions did that as well, that you can't turn around quick enough. Anyway, he's not a sprightly fellow. There we go. It's all gone invisible. It's all gone invisible. If you like the channel and you've watched this far into what essentially is a Pac-Man clone, it means you must like this crazy commentary type stuff. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. There's loads of videos here, and with your help there will continue to be. The aim is to try and review everything ever. I'm not sure if I'll live long enough to do that, but I'll certainly give it an attempt. If the channel can ever go full time, well, that attempt would be even greater. Yahoo! Lives 1. Notice I haven't got a poke on this time. I'm trying to do it with my own skills, and that often leads to a bit of trouble. Right, okay, we've done that. So the maze is back with us for a short amount of time. Then it's going to disappear into the ether, like a reverse Big Bang that started the whole universe. Well, did it? I don't know. I don't know if it did or not. It's not proven. It's a theory, isn't it? It's a theorem. Right, Nick, don't talk physics, space physics, while you're playing Pac-Man. The two aren't compatible. That's a question for you. How many different versions of Pac-Man on every single system has there ever been if you add them all together? Impossible to answer. I presume it might be thousands. It might even be over 10,000. Is that a crazy thing to suggest? Maybe not. I mean, the ones given away on magazine covers, the commercial releases, it must be quite huge there, I would have thought. Okie doke, I think we'll leave that one there. Hope you liked having a look at that. That was Ghost Revenge on the ZXspectrum 48K. Well, designed for the 16K really. Published by Micromania in '83, written by Dominic Wood, based on the arcade cabinet from Namco in 1980. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.